back. Today I will be doing a review or another video, is it worth trying, on this cocoa powder foundation by Too Faced. This is one of the products that I've heard a little bit here and a little bit there, but I haven't seen much reviews or buzz about this product, so I really wanted to put it to the test, use it by itself, use it in combination with other products, try different brushes or methods of applying it, and then come to you sharing all my experiences with you and everything that the company says that this product will do for you. So if you're interested in all that, then just keep watching this video. Thanks. This powder foundation, as you can see, is a pressed powder and it retails for $34, and you can find it in Sephora, you can find it at Ulta, or you can find it in the Too Faced website. I will leave those sites down below in case you want to check it out and maybe read some reviews on the website. Some of the things that really stood out as far as the promises that they do or they claim on the website is that this product mattifies your skin. It has a medium to full coverage and it lasts all day while mattifies your skin. I mean, those are the three things that I think are very important as far as a foundation and of any kind. A liquid foundation, cream foundation, powder foundation, I think those are the things that I really look into a foundation. Something that it really gives me good coverage, that it lasts all day, and that it mattifies my skin so I don't look shiny throughout the day. Mine is in the color medium tan, and I think this is a perfect match for my skin tone right now. It has 8 shades. So if you compare it to other foundations, like the True Match, that it has a lot of different undertones and color selection. I mean, it's not a big variety of colors, but I think it has great fair colors. So if you're really fair, I think you'll be able to find it because it has a really good variety of fair complexion colors. And if you're dark, there are some shades in the dark range of this foundation, and it also has something nice in the middle for medium skin tone. So for me, this is the perfect color. You just have to go and play a little bit with this powder, apply it to your face, and try to find the perfect match, because I think that's one of the most important things that you need to find as far as powder foundations. This foundation is part of the cocoa powder complex that Too Faced it's very well known for. So I love that they added the cocoa powder to this product and also to my chocolate bar palette. I think that the consistency is totally different from whatever else products they have on the line. I mean, they're all pretty good products, but the ones that I see that they have the cocoa powder complex, I find them even more soft than the other ones. So one of the greatest things about this cocoa complex is the power of moisturizing your skin, or that's at least what Too Faced claims, and I am very aware of that. I have more of a normal to dry skin right now because of the weather. I usually am a combo skin, but right now I've been dealing with a lot of dryness in this area around my nose. I mean, I just came out of a cold, so my nose is really bad, and I've been using this foundation non-stop even while I'm having all those kind of dry patches, and you can't really see them. I don't think that they emphasize them as some other products. Sometimes I want to use like a cream foundation, and you think that a cream foundation would be moisturizing, but once they dry, they tend to cling to my dry patches. When I was thinking about using a powder, I thought, well, that's gonna be even worse because it's gonna cling to my dry patches. But I honestly think that it might be the cocoa complex, I'm not sure, but I think it's very moisturizing. It's hard to explain how a powder would be moisturizing, but if I compare this to any other foundations that I have in my collection as far as powder, I can totally see that this one is more buttery soft, that it blends to my skin, and that I don't see any powdery face or cake face this actually blends into my skin and creates something that it looks very natural. The packaging itself, it comes in this box that I keep putting it back. Who knows why? I think it's because the box is so cute, and it has like some kind of soft texture outside, which I thought it was pretty cool, since they say that this is a matte rose petal finish. So I thought it was cute that they even added that to the box itself. I can't get rid of the box, it's just way too cute. As far as the packaging, I'm gonna compare it to my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. It's pretty much the same thing. Mine is a deluxe sample, so that's why they look, you know, different as far as size. As far as how much it comes in this foundation, I think it's a huge foundation because it has 0.38, and the ones that I have in my collection, they're usually 0.26. So this is a pretty big foundation. I understand that it's more expensive, but I can really appreciate that they not only give me a cute packaging where, you know, in some products that's where your money goes to, but then on top of that, it gives me more product than the standard powder foundation. And you can pull this up, and as you can see, it has a little sponge. I've been using it, and you can barely see it, but I've been using it just to touch up because of my nose. I tend to clean my nose a lot because of my cold and everything that I was going through. So I tend to, you know, rub off the foundation into that area. So what I've been doing is just touching up with that specific sponge, and I really like it. I think it's nice that it doesn't absorb the product, but it actually picks it up and then goes straight to whatever you're gonna apply the foundation. I don't know if I would call this matte rose petal finish, but I can totally tell you that that's exactly how it feels on my skin. One of the things that I do care, other than how it feels on my skin, is how it looks. I mean, I understand long lasting and all that kind of stuff, it's really important, but usually when I use some kind of powder foundation, I can see the powder sitting on top of my skin. And as I mentioned before, I can't see that with this foundation. I think that it blends into my skin in a way that it makes my skin not only look very healthy and very natural, but at the same time, every time I touch it, I feel like I'm touching a rose petal. It's funny, but that's exactly how it feels like. So I thought that, you know, sometimes they will make claims on how it's gonna feel or how it's gonna, you know, make you feel. And I thought that's one of those statements, that's how it was gonna make me feel. But actually, once you touch your skin, you can actually feel the consistency, or you can feel like you're touching a rose petal. Now I'm going to talk about my favorite brushes to apply this foundation. And these ones are the ones that I have in my collection. The first one, and my preferred brush or method of applying this foundation, is with this brush. This is the e.l.f. Kabuki face brush. This is something that I got recently, and I love it for a lot of reasons. One of the reasons that I love it with this foundation is once I did the demo, I didn't have this, so I show you in the demo with the next brush that I'm going to show you. But basically what I've been doing is just getting a little bit of this powder and just applying it all over my face. And I like this brush because it picks up quite a bit of product, and don't get me wrong, I think it's a good thing. Once I apply that product into my face, I can buff it in and move it around. I mean, this is how I love to apply this foundation. The next brush I like, and this is what I've been using before I got the Kabuki from e.l.f., is the e.l.f. powder brush. This is nice. This is not too dense either, but it's cut differently. This one is round, or it has some kind of taper cut, and this one it's cut straight. So I do feel like this gives you a lot of coverage, but it blends in a different way. I do like it. I think that it gives me a lot of coverage with this, but it still looks pretty natural. Lastly, whenever I have something that I really want to cover, I've been using my Sigma Flat Angle Kabuki F88. I love to, you know, just get the product and work into the area where I'm trying to find or hide the redness from my skin. I have a dark spot in this area that I always pack the color or the foundation with this brush, because I do think that it gives me more coverage. So of course, whatever brush you will be using for this foundation is how much coverage or not it's gonna give to your face. Another thing that I like to do whenever I want to use this for the night, I like to use a BB cream underneath. This is the one that I've been loving to use with this specific foundation. This is the Too Faced Tinted Beauty Balm. This is something that I got on sale at I think Marshall's or TJ Maxx, I'm not sure. This is in Beach Glow. It has like a sheen or some shimmer into this foundation, but the combination of this and the powder foundation, it gives me a finish that it's different and that I really enjoy. So whenever I want to have extra coverage or whenever I want to look extra glamorous and perfect skin, I not only apply this powder foundation, but I like to apply just a tiny bit of this BB cream and give a little bit more coverage. So before I apply this foundation, there are two steps that I can't avoid. And I mean, I could if I wanted to, but I think it makes it look much nicer. One of the things is the concealer. I use concealer no matter what foundation I'm going to be using for the day. If I'm going to be using my MAC Pro Longwear, I use concealer. My Maybelline Superstay, I use concealer. I mean, no matter what foundation I use concealer. So I do feel like with the concealer, it gives you more of a full coverage effect. And what I do is before I apply my foundation or the powder foundation, I apply the concealer wherever I want to hide my darkness, or if I have blemishes or something that I want to cover, I let it dry, and then on top of that, I apply my foundation. But before I apply my concealer, another step that I can't really skip because I think that it makes it look 10 times better, the foundation itself, is applying a primer. I've been using two different primers. The first one is the Baby Skin. That works amazing. Another one that I've been using for whenever I want even more coverage and I want to look even more flawless, maybe for the night or something that I don't want to use my BB cream, I've been using the Too Faced Prime and Poreless. That's another one that it actually goes inside my pores and you know, it kind of fills them in. So when I apply my foundation, it's like they're not even there. This foundation lasts all day for me. Remember, keep in mind, I have dry, normal skin right now. It's kind of going through a phase, but while I was having a combo skin, I still love this foundation and it lasted a really long time. One of the things that I've been having fun doing is I bought this micellar water from Sephora, and what I do at night whenever I'm testing a foundation, I would get a cotton round and remove it from one side, you know, from my forehead first, see how much product came out, do it on the other side, see how much product came out, and then I can actually tell if this foundation rubbed off. One of the things I noticed, the foundation is still there. I don't know if it's a combination with a primer that it makes it last so much longer, but I don't use any foundation without primer. So once again, I need to give the same chance to this foundation to my other foundations, and the other foundations that I have in my collection, you know, I have pretty long lasting ones, but I always would use a primer. So knowing that this foundation, it's a powder, I wanted to make sure to test it and see if with the primer it would last all day long, and I would be using it for hours. I've been going outside because when I first got this, we were still in the soccer tournaments, so I was just going outside and spending 3 hours, you know, in the park, you know, with warm weather, and this doesn't move. It stays there. I feel like it actually removes all my oils, and it might be because I'm not 100% oily, but I feel like it keeps my skin looking natural but with great coverage. If I compare this to my other powder foundations that I have in my collection, I think this is much better. I understand that it's much more expensive than other ones that I have right now, but I think it's one of those things that you can tell the quality is 100% different from other brands that I have. I think that it's not only how it looks on your skin, but it's how it feels and what it does to your skin. You know, the skincare benefits that this has shows through your skin. I can't say that enough. I love foundations which, you know, they have any kind of skin benefits. I mean, sign me up. I think those are the best foundations that I can use because I feel like whenever they have any kinds of, you know, skincare benefits, they show on your skin and they look better. I cannot tell you if this is gonna make my skin better, you know, using it, if I use it, you know, now and forever, but I can tell you that when I use it, I I can see my skin looking better, looking healthier, and looking more natural and pretty. And I think that's one of the things that I look into a foundation. I want something that is going to even out my skin, that it's going to make it look natural. It's going to give me great coverage, but at the same time I can, you know, have my little freckles peek through and look sometimes somewhat put together, but still with a beautiful skin that you can only achieve when you have a good product on your skin. So I believe in this product 100%. This is one of the things that I would repurchase once I ran out of it. And I know I'm gonna run out of it pretty soon because I love it and I use it a lot. I use it a lot by itself, and that's one of the things that it talks really well about this product, because usually my powder foundations, I use them just as a powder to create more coverage on top of a foundation, liquid foundation. And this one is not only amazing for that, but it's amazing to use it by itself. So I hope all this information helped you decide if this is something that you do want to try. I think that if you have a lot of acne, you might need a little bit more help of the concealer if you want to cover, you know, all the redness and then start applying this product. But I think it's amazing, and that it's actually something that it makes me feel pretty when I use it. It doesn't make me feel like I'm all cake face, but it makes me feel naturally pretty, which I love about this product. So I really hope that this helped you. If you have this foundation, please let me know what's your experience with it. If you have another powder foundation that you really love, please let me know so I can try it and compare it with this one and see how they compare one to the other. You know how crazy I am about comparing products. So thank you for watching this video until the end. I hope that it was helpful once again, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah.
A love so long to see a revolution.